Okay, so let's go ahead and get into your reading. Libra, quite a few things going on for you this month. And I'm feeling like it's interesting. I'm kind of feeling pulled in different directions. Like, on one hand, I feel like I want to tell you to relax, calm down, let go. And then on the other hand, I want to tell you to like go out and play and be active and go do something. So I don't know. It's kind of an interesting vibration, but I'm just going to go with it. So, overall energy for your session I've got this month is the sun. This is awesome. This is great, motivation. This is going out and making things happen, happiness, new, young energy. I want to say strong life force energy as well, becoming happy, being motivated. For some of you, I literally feel like I want to say to you, you need to get outside. Um, that it'll actually help with your mood. I feel a little bit of depression right now as I'm reading this and doing this session. So I feel like, any of you who suffer from like seasonal affective disorder or whatnot, I'm not a doctor. I feel like I want to tell you to get outside and just play. And it's fun because I pulled the card play for the angel advice. It says, "Beloved one, it is time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry, we will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, gaiety, and laughter will lift your energy so that you will return to work with a renewed perspective and heightened energy." So I just feel that so strongly. And I love how on both of these cards, there's a young child here. And I feel a lot of innocence off of this card. I feel just very lighthearted energy, not taking things so seriously, not overthinking, not overanalyzing, just being, just living in the moment. Um, and I also feel like I want to tell some of you to like go outside and walk outside with your shoes off if you can, if it's warm in your area. Go out there and ground yourself, walk around in the barefoot in the grass. I just feel like that would be really good for you. And I love how, this card is pink, which to me symbolizes the heart chakra. The heart chakra colors are pink and green, and they symbolize, a little bit of a different energy. But I just feel like I want to tell you to recapture your childlike innocence this month, Libra. It'll be good for you. It'll be really good for you. And I find it interesting too. I've got my rose quartz pulled out here, which I try to pull out during most of my sessions, but I do feel like I want to mention rose quartz to you this month, Libra, as well. So I also feel like patience is a big issue for you this month, Libra. I feel like I want to mention patience to you quite heavily, actually, but okay. I also feel like I want to tell you, like, you're waiting. It feels like you're waiting for something to come back to you, or you're waiting for something to happen. And I want to tell you that it's really all about you surrendering to the illusion of control this month. Realizing that you need to speak your truth and stand up for what you believe in, and then release what it is that's going to happen. And who cares if people don't like it or if the situation doesn't turn out exactly how it is that you want it to turn out. I just feel like I want to tell you to surrender your need to control, or I almost feel like I want to tell you to stop caring so much about what people think. I just feel like you're waiting for something to come back. I even feel like you're waiting, possibly for some of you, for a person to come back. You just need to surrender your need to control because you're making it harder for yourself than you need to. And I do feel like this is your thinking. It's your perspective on things, the overanalyzing, just making things just a little bit more difficult. This person is taking all of their thoughts and all of their passions and everything that they're overanalyzing here, and they're walking against them when literally they could just take all of these sticks and just flip them on their back and move forward, in a nice, easier fashion. But they're choosing to do it the hard way, and I do feel like that's you this month, which is probably why I feel so strongly like I want to tell you to go outside and play. I do feel like, you could be, like I said, some of you could be waiting for somebody from the past to come back, or you're feeling like there's this reignition of love that's going around. I do feel like some of you are really realizing and honing in on your life purpose this month as well, which is fantastic. I want to tell you, let love drive you always. Very cool. I love this. I've got the Six of Cups, which is a rekindling of a relationship, or a reignition of a relationship. Transformation, and I pulled the 1111 card out on top of that. So the Four of Wands, this is marriage, communion, stability. This is my 1111 twin flame card. I just feel very strongly like there is some sort of situation that has led you to be awakened and has led you towards knowing what it is that you're here for. I feel, and I want to tell you again, please let go of, receiving. I feel like I want to tell you, let yourself receive. And know that everything happens in divine order. I know it can get really frustrating hearing that over and over again, but it really is true, and you need to slow down. You're an air sign, you're a quick moving sign. On one hand this, on one hand that. You want to make a decision and you want to move forward. You don't really like to wait. But I do feel like you are going to have to wait, and I do feel like it's the pains from the past, stepping out of your comfort zone, and worry that's keeping your patience level not so great. And I feel like it's actually, it has the opportunity to block you from actually getting what you want this month, or allowing you to step forward towards what you want this month, Libra. But you gotta allow the pains from the past to go away, stepping out of your comfort zone, and be patient. I do feel like you feel stuck. I feel like this has to do in regards to situations from the past. And I want to tell you that that's just your thinking. It's not the truth. Again, a lot of overanalyzing, a lot of worry. And I do feel like this is in regards to love. I'm not feeling so much work this month. I feel like there's a lot of focus on love for you this month, Libra. And I want to say that this could actually be on a specific person. Yeah, it could definitely be like a divine soulmate connection. What I want to say though is I feel like whatever this regret is on the past, there wasn't a very good energy exchange. Like I feel like you were giving more than you were receiving, if that makes sense. And I don't feel like there was enough. I definitely feel like you even felt like there was lack. There wasn't enough. And I want to remind you that if you're not happy, if you're feeling sadness, if you're feeling, I just want to tell you that it's when you're happy, that means that you're in the right situation. And I just don't feel like you were very happy. So if there is a situation, I feel like almost two situations are playing out here. Someone can be coming in and someone could be leaving, is what I'm feeling like. And the person who's leaving, I feel like it's okay for you to let that go. Like, that person came in and did what they were supposed to do. I almost feel like that person has come in to kind of break your heart open. And I don't know. I just feel like that situation might not necessarily have been so wonderful for you. So I love this. I've got the Hermit here at the center of the reading, and this is all about going within, taking time to find your light, to figure out who you are, what do you want to be, what do you want in life, who do you want in your life, what is your soul purpose? And I do feel like that's going to bring you some clarity that you're seeking, and kind of help you let down your barriers in regards to love is a big message for you. And I also want to mention to you that it's really time for you to create and visualize to materialize, which is why I feel like meditation would be so great for you. And to stop feeling like you're not worthy of love and romance and worthy to receive. I feel like a lot of you are givers, a lot of givers. It's time for you to kind of create the life that you want and figure out who you are. Listen to your intuition, not your mind. Your intuition, your heart. The High Priestess energy is here to help you kind of, like I said, break down those barriers to love. It's about you creating the life that you want, not looking around you to accept what's already there. And it's about you choosing what you want. I don't know, I feel like that's a message for somebody. It's about you choosing what you want. This could involve 3 people as well, very easily. Very easily. I want to say choose love, but mainly choose yourself. Choose yourself. Always. This is really neat. Justice. I've got Justice here. You showed up in your own reading, Libra. And one of the cool things that I love about Libras is that you guys always come from a place of balance. You have a very balanced perspective. On one hand, this, on one hand, that. You always try to be very fair. You're a very peaceful sign. Justice. That's who you are to a T. And I want to say, be gentle on yourself. Release any negative energy that you're feeling on yourself. Like, I feel like you're being very hard on yourself. You're undervaluing yourself, and it's really time for you to regain your self-worth, Libra. Yeah, quit battling your thoughts. And this could also be external factors as well, like if there's people coming at you or external situations that seem to be throwing you off balance. Don't let that happen. Find your balance, Libra. It's what you do. I do also feel like you're going to need to figure out a way for you to master your emotions, which is what I was just saying about finding your balance. And what I want to say to you is, in order for you to really do that and to get out of your head, you're really going to have to learn to train that mind to listen to the heart. And I know that's very hard sometimes for air signs, but it's necessary, Libra. It's very necessary for you. I want to say, I want to mention like affirmations to say to yourself. I love myself. I'm worthy of a new beginning. I am worthy of an equal energy exchange. I am worthy of a new, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest into your life. And I do feel like that's going to help because it's going to bring in this Fool energy, which is all about new beginnings, somebody who's listening to their intuition. I think it's really neat how much intuitive stuff is coming through on your reading because, typically air signs are very logical, very rational people. And so I do find this really neat that in March, so much intuitive stuff is coming through for you. But you've got to focus. You've got to listen and just focus on that heart. Focus on that heart, Libra. And basically cut through the bullshit. And what I feel like on this, honestly, this can be you as well. This is an air sign woman. She cuts through the crap. Sometimes she can be a little harsh with her words, but I definitely feel like this is cutting through your own bullshit, Libra. Cut through your own bullshit. You know what you want. You know who you are. And what I feel like I want to say to you is stand up for what you believe and you will gain respect by holding your ground. There's no need to teeter on the scales, If you've made up your mind about something, don't be scared of what the decision is that you made. You allow yourself to process it, allow yourself to feel. If you're scared, that's fine. Acknowledge your fear, but then replace it with the insight of awareness, which is something that I love. It's actually on this card here. It's all about denial. Denying yourself celebrations. I don't know. I just feel a lot of back and forth. Honestly, I feel like I'm reading more for a Gemini than I am for a Libra this month. And I just feel like it's because you're having a hard time making up your mind and you're just making things harder than they really need to be. But if you allow yourself to be guided by your heart and trust your intuition and acknowledge that you deserve more, I feel like you're going to be just fine, Libra. I feel very scattered in your energy this month, which is not typical for me and Libras, but I definitely feel that way with you. I do feel like some of you are being called to serve. Absolutely. I felt that with most of the signs that I've read for so far this month. And for some of you who feel like you're here to, help step into your mission or get into your mission or help others step into their mission, please do so. I feel like I want to mention that as well. Libras are very intuitive people. They're also great counselors. They're great, can make great spiritual teachers. I just feel like I want to mention that to you as well. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull 3 practical messages from the Doreen Virtues Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck as well. And I apologize, Libra. I have a little bit of a cold, and so you might be hearing a little bit of my nasaliness. Okay, the first card I have for you is Dream Big. Let go of small thoughts about yourself and see yourself succeeding. Absolutely. I feel like this is what I was touching on earlier when I said you are undervaluing yourself. It's really time for you to let go and visualize what it is that you want, who it is that you are, and what do you want to attract into your life, and realize that being happy is going to allow yourself to attract more happiness into your life. Visualize to materialize. Visualize to materialize, Libra. And surrender to the expectations. You know, I feel like I want to say, and I feel like I've been wanting to say this to every sign this month. Open your heart to whatever and whoever the universe brings your way. Cool. I love this. This is what I was saying earlier. Second message is yes, your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. Boom. High Priestess energy. You're already there. Boom. The Fool. Somebody who listens to their intuition. They don't allow this to happen, but they allow this to happen. And then once they make up their mind, that's their decision, and they don't question it and overanalyze. And I feel like that's a strong message for you, Libra. Your intuition is correct. And the third message I have, self-forgiveness. Let go of old guilt and remember that you're God's perfect child. This is what I was saying earlier as well. Cutting through the bullshit, cutting through your own bullshit. You know, loving yourself unconditionally so that you can celebrate and have joy and bring more playfulness into your life, more lighthearted energy into your life. Letting go of the past regrets, letting go of anything that doesn't seem to be serving you, living from a place of self-love and peace. So again, like I was saying, quit being so hard on yourself. Quit being so hard on yourself. Release the negativity. And I'm also going to go ahead and pull 3 messages from the Doreen Virtue Romance Angels and Oracle card, or Angels Oracle cards. And what I have here, man, Libra, I just keep, I'm getting images of like going to Vegas, sitting on the beach. I just feel so strongly like y'all need a vacation. You guys all need a vacation. Enough with the overanalyzing. And I even want to say to you, like, realize that you deserve love, that you're lovable, that you're worthy of an equal energy exchange. Boom. First card I got is new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Awesome. That's what I was saying. For some of you, I feel like there could be a new person coming in and an old person leaving, or maybe an old person from the past coming in. I definitely feel this like 3-person energy here in the spread. Second card I have, engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. What I feel like from this card is your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment to yourself. Like I said before, cutting through any of the bullshit, knowing what you want and trusting your intuition will attract to you the love or the connection or the romantic or the partnership that you want. Some of you could, of course, literally be getting engaged, but that's just what I felt off of that. And the third one, wow. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. How cool is that? That's another thing that I felt like I wanted to say to you about how you're undervaluing yourself and standing up for what you believe in. Communicate. I do feel like maybe the throat chakra is blocked a little bit, which is open communication, allowing yourself to be your authentic self and not being afraid of what someone's going to think or do when you communicate honestly. That's great advice. Great advice for you, Libra. Just trust your intuition. So again, take some time to play, surrender the need to control everything, allow this new beginning to come through, have the patience, let go of the pains and the worries from the past, listen to your intuition, listen to your heart, not your mind. Not everything's logical. Have enough love and pride in yourself to allow yourself to just move forward and cut through your own crap. Don't allow these thoughts to weigh you down. Don't allow these thoughts to weigh you down, Libra. It's not worth it. There's an easier way.